Hey, time to talk some television here on The McGraw Show. Martin Kilcoyne, Aaron O'Neill Hayes in for McGraw, and Kelly Jackson on this Monday in October. We welcome in, as she appears every Monday on The McGraw Show, Gail Pennington, longtime television critic at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Gail, welcome. I don't know that we've ever met. How are you?
I was just saying, Martin, Aaron, I haven't ever met you guys.
That's funny.
But you used to watch us on television all the time,
Yes.
right?
Oh, all religiously. Right, record everything. Yeah.
And in fact, she's still getting caught up on some of those old sportcasts of mine.
I'm sure.
From the good years.
Oh, no, wait a minute. They continue on for me, but...
I meant for my beloved Cardinals.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see American Dad lives on as a Fox guy here. I'm used to that being part of the animation domination on Sunday, so when it goes away, I just assume that's the end of it, but not so.
No, it was 2 episodes on Fox this year to wrap it up, and then it's moving tonight to TBS. And they say it's going to be edgier on TBS. Well, it was pretty darn edgy to start with.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's, I mean, not that it would be edgier on TBS, but I guess, how often does that happen where it sort of gets the baton passed to another network?
More now than it used to, because so many cable channels have original programming now that they will pick up some things that have been canceled by the broadcast networks.
All right, what can you tell us about the Lisa Kudrow vehicle, Web Therapy?
Have you seen this? It's hilarious.
I have not. I like her, though, and I could
do
see...
too. I think she's funny, yeah.
It's Wednesday night on Showtime. It comes back, and it's she plays a therapist, a counselor, a psychiatrist who has absolutely no training whatsoever. And she does all her counseling online and by Skype and things like that. And her own personal life is just a complete disaster.
What happened to the program, and maybe it just had a short run, but remember In Treatment with Gabriel Byrne in terms of people doing therapy, and he was the counselor? I saw a few episodes.
I think it ran 3 seasons. But you know how cable originals are. That was the HBO show, and it... they would only be a few episodes each season, but you could probably find it and binge on it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was terrific, and it seems like just when I discovered it, it went away. Let's also talk Project Runway.
Yeah, we have 2 different kind of shows here. We have the All-Stars, and then we're doing Teens and Tweens, which I think is very interesting.
Tweens, it looks really cute. The kids have a parent with them to help out, but that does not. If you have a tween or know a tween, you know that having a parent with you is not really that helpful.
It's true. In fact, it's probably the opposite.
It's probably the opposite. I think it's a really cute idea, though, because some of the food competition shows too have had kids on.
I saw that. Yes.
And they're always really charming. And I love it that kids get inspired by these shows.
They're really into it.
They want to sew, they want to design clothes, or they want to cook.
I agree. The interest is there. It's not their parents. It's not like dance moms and their parents are pushing them to do what they never did. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
It seems as if the reality craze has cooled down a little bit in terms of breakout shows, but I feel like the cooking shows still have a lot of steam behind them. What are the... Well, I guess I didn't mean that. But what are the trends right now, Gail?
Oh, he's funny.
Are there trends that you're seeing right now where maybe it gets away from something like the reality TV?
There's a lot of different kinds of reality TV, and I'm always saying to people, you can't say you hate reality TV because the news is reality TV.
Sort of.
Yeah, I would never say I hate that.
There's the voyeuristic kind where they just turn cameras on people and watch them in their everyday life, although it's usually fake.
Yeah. I have a friend.
I don't like those.
I have a friend in LA who says it's just cheap to produce, and that's why they're so popular. I mean, of course they get the audience, and that's a part of it too. But the budget can be, you can do a whole show on a shoestring budget.
Well, look at Duck Dynasty in its prime.
Oof.
I mean, it was drawing more viewers than network stuff.
Gail Pennington, television critic with the Post-Dispatch. Let's talk a little bit about Constantine, Friday nights on NBC.
Are you guys fans of the superhero comic books stuff.
I'm the wrong guy. All of these movies, even going back, Superman, Batman, I was never into it. And now they said there's a new Paul Rudd. He's Ant-Man, and I thought that was a spoof. And they said, no, it's serious. I just didn't get that DNA.
I have a 5-year-old son who, of course, loves the superhero. So it's a learning experience for me. So I'm getting into it whether I like it or not.
I'm not the biggest fan of superheroes. I kind of have a soft spot for Batman. But this new show, Constantine, is based on the Hellblazer series. There's been a movie made about it. He's a demon hunter. And it's actually pretty interesting. Has a witty, light touch on telling some of these, and I wouldn't even call him a superhero. He's immortal, I think. Oh, I'm not explaining this well. But people who have read the Hellblazer series or know this character will probably enjoy it because it's really well done.
And
I was just going to say.
Our own John Goodman, who is not only from St. Louis, we know that. He was at the Afton High School football game a week ago, so he
Really?
pops into town on occasion. Also one of our owners at KTRS. Tell us about his program.
Alpha House, which the second season comes Friday on Amazon Prime. So you can see all the episodes at once. He plays a Republican senator who lives with a bunch of other Republican senators in Washington. This is the Gary Trudeau show that caused him to suspend Doonesbury so he could work on this.
I like the premise. It sounds fun.
It's very funny, and John Goodman loves doing it. I have an interview with him that runs on Friday that I did this summer when I was in L.A., and he was telling me he was ecstatic when the show was renewed for a second season. He enjoys it so much.
And Kelly Ripa's husband is in this, right? Mark Consuelos?
Yes, Mark Consuelos is another one of the senators who lives in the house.
Do I need to go and Google whether I have Amazon Prime or not? Where do I find that?
You get free 2-day shipping. That's what Amazon Prime is the thing that you pay $100 a year for, and you get all kind of perks. But now you get original programming too.
So they mail it to you just like a Netflix.
No, you stream it.
You stream it. Okay, so I can watch it on my computer.
If you order something from Amazon.com, it'll pop up.
You're talking to the unfrozen caveman here. I'm like, Amazon. I thought this was on my Dish Network, Amazon Prime. Like I have thousands.
Martin was going home to look for it.
I was going to get the channel guide out.
Right. It's like a Netflix, but they're doing some of the most interesting new shows. The Jeffrey Tambor show, Transparent, in which he plays a man who's becoming a woman. It's one of the best things I've seen on TV all year.
Wow.
Well, Gail, appreciate the visit. Good to catch up, and we believe McGraw will be back at it next Monday.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Nice talking with you, Gail.
Gail Pennington, Post-Dispatch television critic with us here on KTRS.
So many new shows, I can't keep up. I
Amazon Prime, I had no idea what that meant.
Once she explained it, I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. I did know. But at first, I didn't know. So
and then I'm like, oh, well, they ship it to you. No, that's not it.
Everyone in the studio was like, no, Martin, stop talking.
Third option. Why don't you just tell me what Amazon Prime is instead of me just guessing? Makes it a little easier. Hey, I want to talk about